Steve Taylor's High School Stars of the Week. I'm Nick Marconi here with Tom Cole, Terry Crosby, and Steve Taylor. We are back from break, and we're excited to be here. We've got a great show. We've got one of the best basketball players in Northwest Ohio. He's out of Emmanuel Christian. And then we got a Lady Spartan that's putting up some numbers too, right?
Absolutely, Nick.
Great show. We are ready, hot and heavy, gonna go at it. Before we start though, happy birthday, Terry.
Hey!
TC's birthday. Tom spilled the beans, told everyone happy 80th birthday to our partner here, Terry Crosby. So,
and he looks damn good for 80. He looks damn good for 80.
Man, no, man. Nick's right. We're back from break.
Yep.
We had obviously a couple weeks off there. Had a lot of good football. I don't know if anybody watched our football show. I was dead wrong. I predicted Michigan and Ohio State to win. And both great games, a lot of fun to watch. Were you guys watching those games, or did you flip to watch the ball drop?
Well, no, again, Ryan Seacrest. If he was performing in my garage, I wouldn't go into the garage to see him. That's just me. But Casey and I were talking with Cross, and my wife's, she's been dragged to so much football. I coached, for 30 years or whatever, and stands and all that. She doesn't care about one. Those games were so great. She sat and watched both complete games back to back with me, and that never happens. So those were special games. I mean, those were remarkable.
Yep. We're looking forward to a fun championship game coming up next week.
I mean, I had never ever seen two competitive games like that in college in quite some time. They were amazing. They really, and my boy Max Dugan, that's my boy.
Well, I think we said in our show,
both of you guys.
I think we said don't sleep on Dugan because he's a real leader. I mean, he may not wow you with stats, but man, he's a leader, and he still had 4 touchdowns.
Good game, but Michigan shot themselves in the foot.
Oh wow! Well, Harbaugh, to me, that with the call on the goal line of the double reverse pass on the, come on.
And I've heard a lot of critics say that McCarthy, he needs to kind of shut his mouth sometime.
Well, you know what he did before the ball game?
I think he's a little cocky.
Yeah, he said in an interview well before the week of the ball game, he said we're gonna, smash him with a sledgehammer run.
Hey, talk about the 3-3-5, right?
Yeah.
I think it's funny though. Terry's talking about somebody being cocky. What?
Well, the thing about
no, let me rephrase that. I personally don't think I'm cocky. I just think I'm confident.
Well, but the thing about Cross, the difference is he never told you what he was going to do to you before the game. He told you after the game what he did to you.
And then what I did, I spoke about it while I was doing it.
Hey, we got to jump in. We got 2 great athletes.
Let's do it.
And speaking of confident, Jerry Easter, a fine young man. We've had him in studio. We've had him on the show multiple times. I think he was a high school star while he was still in grade school.
Yeah.
I mean, this young man has been touted as one of the best, not just maybe in Northwest Ohio or the state of Ohio, one of the best in the nation.
Yeah.
Highly touted, highly recruited young man, and man, still putting up some great numbers. But what's so remarkable about this young guy is when he comes in and you talk to him, humble. He's a good young guy, and he's
straight A student.
He's killing it. Yeah, right.
Straight A student as well.
But talk about this game.
Well, spot on, boss. You said it. Jerry Easter II had 49 against Northwood, 16 twos, 5 threes, and a myriad of foul shots. But I think he is, and Cross will speak to this in a second, maybe 1, 2, 3 best player, high school player in the country. I mean, he's that good. And we kid on this show a lot, and we kid Cross a lot. But I mean, he, we kid about greatness and those things. But Cross really, was incredible. Still is incredible. But I would be curious, boss, how Terry would compare himself to Easter. How do you see your game in high school, Cross, versus Easter? Because we kid all the time, but you were incredible. And how do you compare the two?
You know what? The physicality of the game today and the speed of the game today, Jerry Easter is so much more advanced than I ever was at his age. And I just have to keep it honest with you. I've watched him on several occasions. I was there watching the tournament out at Lourdes University.
Yeah.
This past, I think it was a week ago, Thursday, Friday games. And I studied him, and I really, really studied him. And I think he has some room for improvement, like we all do.
In what areas? Where do you see he needs to improve?
So here's the thing. He's just so unbelievable, unstoppable, because he's just a great athlete.
Yes.
In the open court, okay, and also in the half court sets, going to the basket, he needs to work on his range. And he needs to work on his jump shot, his form on his range.
Okay.
Because what's going to happen, people are going to start laying back, and that's when he needs to start to make them capitalize.
You know what, boss? Cross is so smart, which you know. But like Cross was the best that we've ever seen. But then you go to Tennessee and you walk out on the court, and I'm sure that Cross, you had a little eye-opening experience of, oh, wait a minute, 3 or 4 of these guys are as good as I am, right?
Right.
And that's a little. It shakes you a little bit.
But it was a very humbling experience because I had always been at the top.
Yeah.
You know, and then when I went to university, I was no longer the man.
Yeah.
You know? It was 10 people on the court that was the man. So,
and that is a different experience.
Yes, that's a great life experience. He's a great
And he's a
young
great
man.
kid on top of it.
His mom and dad are absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, they call and talk to me all the time. What about this? What about that? Where should he go? And I'm saying to everybody, I want him to go to Ohio State University.
Wow.
Cool.
That'd be
I
very
want him to
cool.
go to Ohio State or Michigan.
Well, hey, they're both good programs.
Yes.
A lot of talented basketball players from this area have gone on to have successful
Right.
careers at Ohio State. You know, thinking of Sean Coleman back to the St. John's days.
Sean was terrific.
Yep, young guy.
Dennis
came in
Hobson.
there. Yep.
Calvin Ramsey,
Coach Hop.
Jim Jackson.
Jim Jackson. Yeah, exactly. We got a bunch of them.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, hey, we got to move over to the Lady Spartans, and we've got Ty Garrison, and she's putting up some great numbers too, and they're having a heck of a season. Tell us a little bit more.
Boss, you're spot on. Before the holiday break, Ty threw down 20 points against, and I don't know this school, Lyndhurst Brush, in a holiday tournament, but she got 20. But what amazes me about Start, Ty's obviously very good, and we featured another gal at Start before break, and her name escapes me at the moment, but what I'm getting to is Start has a great basketball program for the ladies. Cross, you're familiar with their record and what they've been in the past and what they are this year.
Right. You know, Start is playing extremely well. I think they're leading the City League
They're
this year.
undefeated, 5-0.
And they have a couple all-star players. They do. But I think the nucleus to their success is they are tough. All 5 of them are tough out on the court.
Right.
And their chemistry as a team is extremely
So you can't
tough.
just double up one
Right.
person. Yeah.
Right.
No, it's great, and we're looking forward to watching this year progress and see what they do in the City League, right?
Yeah, and they've won. How many times have they won? The Lady Spartans have won the City League. Haven't they done it a number of times recently?
Recent years. Yep.
So great job, keep it up. We look forward to watching you the rest of the season. We're past the break, so we're moving. You know, it's crazy. We're January.
Yes.
But you know how quickly things start going.
Yeah,
January,
right.
February, get into March Madness. So speaking of March Madness, shout out to Zy Cook, who's been a star number of times on this show.
Yep.
I think they had a big game. They won over the weekend. What she put 31 points up.
31
like
points,
that?
correct.
Yeah,
correct.
so it's fun been watching that, and
Yes.
they're the number 1 team in the country right now, South Carolina. So. Yeah.
And I also like to give our condolences and respect and love to Albert Prince Bell. I believe his mom just recently
saw that on
passed
Facebook.
a couple of days ago.
Yep,
so
for sure. Yep.
all the
Well,
best.
we're thinking about you, champ. Yep.
Yep. Many thoughts and prayers.
For sure. Thank you for tuning in. Big shout out to Marco's Pizza as always. We're going to be having some fun here in this new year. We're always looking for ways to upgrade the show, have some more fun, recognize new talent too. So let us know. Reach out to either one of these 2 guys and make sure you wish Terry Crosby a happy birthday today. As Tom said, he's looking good for 80.
Or there's another way to go with that, boss. Wish Super Cross a rotten day, which, you know, I mean, you could. I mean, there's 2 ways to go with this, you know.
Either way
works.
just reach out to the poor guy. He's sitting there twiddling his thumbs all alone.
That's right.
I love you guys.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Right.
Have a good one.